Привет! Let's talk about the perfective forms of идти and ехать. So, we remember that идти and ехать are imperfective. They're unidirectional verbs of motion. So, they're used to talk about a motion in progress or heading to a destination. And they contrast with the multi-directional chadit and yezdit, also imperfective. So, the unidirectional and the multidirectional verbs of motion. But for right now, we're just going to focus on the unidirectional and their perfective forms. So they are paiti and payechet. So we can see that payechet, anyways, it looks just the same as yechet, but with a pole right in front of it. So, and its conjugation reflects that. There's nothing weird going on. Ya yedu, the perfective, ya payedu. So I am going by vehicle right now. I will go by vehicle sometime in the future. Because remember, even though it looks exactly the same as a imperfective present tense, when we conjugate a perfective verb, the meaning is future. So I am going right now. I will go at some point in the future by car. Yedit pa yedit. Yeah, and past tense is the same. Yechel pa yechel. I went, maybe like simple naming, I went by vehicle, ya payechel. I went by vehicle this one specific time and had a specific result. I went to Moscow. I don't know, by vehicle, something like that. So nothing weird going on in the conjugation of yechet and payechet. But paiti is a little trixier. So we've got, when we add po to idti, we can see that first of all the D drops out of the infinitive, just the infinitive, and the E changes to an ikratkaya. So idti, which we don't really pronounce the D and the T separately, we just say idti, paiti, idti, paiti. And let's look at the conjugation and how that changes too. It's not too tricky, and we can remember it in an easy way. So we've got yaidu, I am going right now, I'm on my way right now. Yapaidu, I will go at some point in the future. So if we compare the two, we can see that the biggest difference, obviously we add po, but the E here changes to an E kratkaya here. And the same for all of the forms. So the E changes to an E kratkaya in all of the forms. So that's just the main thing to remember. Idu paidu, ijot paijot, idut paidut. And ditto with the past tense. Now we haven't really talked very much about the past tense of id because it's weird. It's sort of like gone and went in English, where the present tense and the past tense look totally different. So remember, our present tense is yaidu. Our past tense is shol, or pashol, if we're using the perfective past. So idti and shol, idu, shol, totally different. So they come from different roots. So that's why we haven't really talked about it before. We've seen it. You guys have seen it and maybe not even realized what it meant. And it means I was on my way by foot. So with shol, all we're doing with our perfective one is adding on po. We don't have anything weird going on like we did with the present and future and the e kratkaya. We just add on po. Shol, pashol. Shla, pashla. Shli, pashli. So that's fairly simple. But let's look at some examples just to kind of get a better idea. So, kudati Josh. Ja idu v biblioteku. So using the imperfective, because we're talking about the present tense. So this is something that maybe you might say on campus as you're walking to the library, you run into someone and that person says, oh, hey, where are you going? You say, I'm going to the library. Here's an example of perfective. Сегодня вечером я пойду в ресторан. This evening I am going, or I will go by foot to a restaurant. So we're talking about future, something that will happen one time, one specific event with the result of ending up in the restaurant. So we're using the perfective future. Сегодня вечером я пойду в ресторан. Let's look at some past examples. В прошлом семестре я шла в университет каждый день в 10 часов. So we're talking about something that we did every day, right? Каждый день. And we're talking about every day. We went to the university. We were walking on our way to the university at 10 o'clock. So we're using the imperfective past, imperfective, because we have a repeated action, something that happened over and over again. Versus, вчера я встала Позавтракала и пошла в университет. So we're talking about just yesterday specifically, and we have a sequence of completed actions, right? First I got up, then I ate breakfast, and then I left and headed by foot to the university. So that's why we're using the perfective of that one. So those are the perfective forms of идти and ехать. Not too complicated. It's important to remember the general meanings of perfective and imperfective verbs when you're deciding which one of these guys to use.